Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm Uncle here. We're going to be looking at a different game today. It's called Crusaders of Lornia. This game is produced by Mike Loda and company. I'm sure you guys have heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mint. They've been working on this project for quite some time, and they finally made it a reality. So, we're going to be doing quite a few openings. First off, we're going to be opening up and taking a look at the Zombie Invasion deck, which actually was the deck I got and that I learned with. So, what exactly is this? Well, now that we have this, what you see here is a layout of the field. Your resources will go here, which is the equivalent to your life, kind of like Pokemon. When all 10 of them are gone, you lose the game. This is your battlefield. Any card goes down here for your mana. This is kind of like your equip zone. Your deck goes here, and then your discard pile is up here. So, let us quickly take a look at the zombie deck. So, of course, zombies have both ramping for acceleration, amongst other things. This is a 0/0, but it's a 3-drop. When it comes into play, it gains 1/1 for every zombie that you have in your discard pile. So similar to most games, more zombies you have, the more that you've loaded up in your drop zone, stronger this is. This is the equivalent to your boss monster as well. So 3/3, actually when we were playing the tournament, I had a lot of issues dealing with this guy under my opponent's control, especially if they have 4 of them. Because the larger it gets, unfortunately, like most card games, really can't handle it. Next up, we have the 1/1 guy. As you can see here, I believe you get 2 of them. Oh yes, you do get 2 of him. He's just a basic 1-drop 1/1, which is really nice. So this guy, this was honestly some of the beat stick that this deck has. I believe you get 3 of this guy in the deck. Yeah, it's looking. Oh, excuse me. You get 3 of the other guy. You get 4 of him. 4 is a playset in this game. So looking at this guy, he's a 2/0 that can't attack your opponent's life, but he's a 1-drop 2/0. After he attacks, he goes to defense mode. And then, obviously, whichever attacks you, you kill it. But in deck play such as this, this card was really good because it was honestly so big. Next up, we have this little guy right here. I believe you get a good number of him, assuming you get more than 2. Oh no, you only do get 2. I know that he's a 1/2. When you place him down here in your mana, face down, you can reveal him and take a zombie from here and put it into your mana, which will ramp you a whole turn. I mean, yeah, you're losing a turn to set it up, but realistically, it's not really that much of an issue, considering, just how good he actually is. You think for a 2-drop that he'd be a deterrent for 1/2, but the thing that made him important was the mana wrapping. And then, of course, this guy, he's a 2-drop 2/2. When he goes to the graveyard, you can mill the top 2 cards of your deck. I mean, you're playing zombies. Thinking about the way that most games work, you want to be able to mill. So, playing him, mill some zombies to load up for your mana ramping in the early stages of the game, and for your revival, is definitely good. Next up, we have this guy. I believe you get 3 of him. Oh, excuse me, you got 4 of him. I missed that. You get 4 of him. Basically, when he is in the drop zone, You can pay 1 revive it. It's a 1/2, 2 cost with revival, and once it dies when it's revived, it gets removed from game. Pretty self-explanatory. Similar to most card games. Looking at this though, for general revival purposes, it's definitely not bad. Next up, you get this guy. He's a 4-drop. He gives all of your other zombies +1. No plus to defense, but I mean, let's look at this. If you're ramping into turn 4, if you have what? This as your board. This is a 3-drop, another 3-drop, and a 1-drop. So this can get over anything, and then these 3 can attack your opponent directly, which is pretty good. I'm going into later stages of the game. Next up, I found, we were talking about this card earlier in the tournament. You send a zombie to the graveyard for 3 cost. You get a 4/3 on the board. I'm not a super big fan of this being a 3 cost, because you have to sacrifice another creature to bring it out just to get the 1 extra attack. To me, there's no difference between this and another 3-drop. I mean, it loads up your graveyard for your revival, which is fine, but still. And the last creature I believe you get in the deck is 4 of this guy. He has no attack, but he's a 0/3 zombie. So you can wall up turn 1. That's what a lot of our player base was doing. So, next up, we have, I believe, 2 of these. These are like traps. Similar. Basically, a life form that attacks a zombie, or you can cancel the attack and destroy the attacking monster. It's a 2 cost. So if your opponent has 2 mana open when they end their turn, you know that there's a hand trap waiting. Next up is, I believe, only 2 of these in the deck. So you can discard a zombie and draw 2 cards. It's a 3 cost. It's a little bit costlier. I'm not a super big fan of the cost on this. A 3 cost to discard a card and draw 2. I feel that this should have been a 2 cost, but still a good card. Next up, definitely your revival card. This is Monster Reborn for zombies. It's just pay 3. Choose a zombie in your graveyard, bring it back. Later the game goes, seeing him come back is not a good sight. Next up is your one of the barrel. So you can send 2 cards from your fuel down here to the graveyard. Place this card face down in your garrison as a battle resource. So, 1 cost. Next up, I found this card really interesting. It's called Rise. Now, this takes the top 2 cards of your deck, brings them in here as 0/0s, which isn't too good, but then they give you another card called, it's basically the Zombrex. It gives all zombies on the field actually +1 attack, so you can actually combo attack with these. Plus, when they go to the graveyard, you're loading up more zombies in your grave for milling. Next up, I believe 2 of these. It's just when a life form you command or you is assaulted, you bounce the monster back to your opponent's hand, so it's a compulse. That's one of the things I liked about this game, was you could void stuff, and then this just lets you cancel one of these. So it's basically a solemn judgment. Next up, when you play cards down in your field zone, they go face down, but these cards go face up. So you can tap this card. Basically, you'll flip it face down, use this effect with 4, and then you'll be able to destroy 1 card in the field. This lets you generate an extra mana, which is stupid. So you have 2 of those. So you can play this, flip it over to gain an extra mana, and then you have 2 mana, so you're rammed. And then Hidden Greed lets you bring it into play. You can flip it over, tap it, draw a card. So you're getting free value off of mana, which is extremely beautiful. Now you've been looking at our resource pile over here. So you get 10 resource cards. These 7 do not have effects. Excuse me, these 8 do not have effects. There's basic resources. And then these cards have effects. This one lets you destroy it and itself to the graveyard to destroy 1 card on the field, which in sealed deck play was really good. And then this resource, you can send it to the graveyard to pick up 2 zombies from the graveyard. One of the things I really liked about playing with this particular deck, especially only having the starter, was you had decent resources ran out of the starter deck. The ability to recur 2 creatures and the ability to have an out to your opponent's big draft zombie guy was really good. I really liked it. We'll be doing a review on the human deck next. I'm not going to be as well versed with it because I haven't really played with it as much, but I do know that there's a soft lock in it. So you guys can check that video out after this. If you guys want to give Crusaders of Lornia a check out, I would recommend doing so. I'm a zombie fan, so seeing something this cool, especially 4 of these in 1 deck, would be really cool. So alright guys, till next video, peace. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up this video to show your support, and please check out VanCole40 for Cardfight Vanguard, MCole Games for miscellaneous trading card games, and No Limit Gaming for a brand new series of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks for watching.